You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, January 22nd. Good morning, Emil.
Hey, good morning.
And good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. It's going to be fun. We have tons of things to give away, including Les Claypool tickets, so you can see Primus and all his bands one night only. That's going to be happening today at like 7:10. On top of that, I'll have two opportunities to win tickets for the Silver Sun Pickups at Rialto Theater.
What? When is this happening?
You didn't know about?
How did I not know about
Sometime
this?
in May.
Yeah, what's the day there, Kendall? You remember?
I don't remember
Well,
off
I
the
got
top
it.
of my
It's
head.
May 19th.
Okay.
At Rialto Theater.
Fine.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. It's part of their Tenter Hooks tour. And Silver Sun Pickups loves themselves from Tucson. So they make a point to come back and perform for us. And we're very grateful for that. And excited to welcome them. Hopefully we'll have them on the show here soon enough. But yes, so Rialto Theater, Silver Sun Pickups, we got concert tickets that is in our own very, very backyard. We don't have to drive 2 hours for this concert.
Finally.
Yeah, which is good. Sometimes a road trip's part of the adventure, but after a long night of rocking out, driving 2 hours home is a pain in the ass.
Especially on that 10 when everybody else is coming home too. No, I'm all right, pass.
Right. Yeah. So that and more in store for you here this hour and, all through the show. Now, let's get into our top story today, local story. It looks like the Tucson Pride Festival has announced that they are basically done. All right. They canceled the festival and the parade. The organization is set to dissolve as well, which is very unfortunate. And the reasons why it's dissolving is because of mismanagement at the top. Mismanagement of funds, lack of transparency. You could assume there's a lot of assumptions of corruption, whatever. People either hand in the cookie
In
jar.
Tucson? No.
Right. Yeah, it is
happen.
it is upsetting, though, because the Tucson Pride was one of the state's oldest LGBTQIA plus organizations.
It's like 77, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, 77. Right. And so, and I actually participated in the Tucson Pride Parade once where I was on one of the floats. This is when I was on the Frank show and we were in the back of a truck and it was very awkward. And it wasn't awkward because of the actual parade. I mean, there wasn't honestly that too many people on the street, but it did lead you right to the festival and it was cool. It was awkward because Frank and I were sitting in the back of this Ford Ranger in these camper chairs, which aren't ideal for parading.
Just sliding around in the back of a truck. I just think of like a F-150 and these metal chairs just sliding around the back of the...
No, an F-150 would be nice. An F-150 is a nice big truck, right? And in the camper chairs, no sliding around, not at all. They stood still. The thing with camper chairs is, you sit in them and your knees are kind of high.
Yeah.
So basically, and we're in this, this Ford Ranger. It's a small little truck. But to driving by, it looked like two ugly bears were crapping in the back of a truck, right? That's what it looked like. We looked like we were going to the bathroom.
Are you talking about bears in the sense of the nature ones, or are you talking about the hairy gay fellows?
Yeah, the hairy gay
I had a
fellows.
feeling.
Yeah, we're
That's
both
even better.
very
That makes
hairy.
the story so much better.
Yeah, we're both hairy.
Either way works, honestly. But
Yeah. We're both hairy. We're both fat. And we both look like we're going number 2. And that was in the back of the truck. There was no way to not look like we were going number 2. So again, people are just like, what is going on here? And that part was weird. But I was happy to participate in this. Now, it is unfortunate, though, because when they announce this kind of stuff, on social media, people celebrate it. And they celebrate it in a very hateful way. I saw a comment where one guy was like, well, good, maybe they'll start fixing the pots and the holes in the pots in our roads. And I'm just like, who's going to tell him? You know what I mean? I understand that one of the guys in the Village People dress like a construction person, but it's not their job to fill the potholes.
So he thinks like this guy's now off of work, so he has time to I might as well, I'm not in the parade this year, I'm going to fill in some potholes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know what this guy was thinking. Like, yeah,
They're clearly closely related.
Yeah, the leader of the Pride organization also, does asphalt on the side. I don't know. So that was an odd comment, and there was people kind of celebrating it, which, again, I find disheartening because the festival itself, it was great in all purposes. Food vendors, music, beer in a park, right? On a beautiful day. That's a great thing to do, to get together and as a community, and you could go to these things and here's something that a lot of people don't know. Being gay is not contagious. You know what I mean? Like you can go to these things and not have a gay person bump into you and then accidentally have some gay rub off on you. And the next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, I want dudes so hard. Right. But anyways, so I was seeing those comments and then, I saw another comment, which was mind blowing to me, where it was from like a lady and she's like, well, good, because we don't have any straight festivals. So why do we need to have a gay festival? And you know what? In this situation, I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right, man. We don't have any straight festivals. You think about it, right? Like this year's Coachella. Did you see the lineup? I think Justin Bieber and Sabrina Carpenter's headlining that. All right. So the gays got that one. Like Oktoberfest is gayer than you think. It's a festival where you're encouraged to drink warm beer and gobble as many wieners and brats as you can.
Right.
Tell me that's not gay.
Wow.
Or if you get together every 4th of July, right? Oh yeah, 4th of July, we're celebrating America's, birthday, right? Watching these large, girthy rockets burst, these colorful, explosions right in our face. How is that not gay? Those are rainbow explosions exploding in our face.
Very Freudian of you to think about all of this.
Well, I'm just saying, we don't have any straight festivals. Every festival and gathering that we get to is pretty gay if you think about it. When it comes down to the nitty gritty,
or like the Celtic, right?
Yeah, you're wearing a dress.
And, feel a cool breeze. No one knows what's under there.
Yeah,
probably
which is
no
nothing.
underwear. Yeah.
I wouldn't wear underwear.
No,
it's Tucson.
Yeah, it's a little warm. So that is the argument, and I guess when it comes to the Tucson Pride Festival, being canceled this year, that's one less fantastic, fabulous gay festival that we'll be able to go to. But St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and those gatherings are pretty gay too. So we have that to look forward to. All right, we got a great show. Let's hook you up with a pair of tickets here for Silver Sun Pickups just to start off the show. All right, how about that? All right, again, we said March 16th, right, was the day?
No, May.
Oh, yeah.
May.
May 19th at Rialto Theater. If you're a fan of the Silver Sun Pickups and you want those tickets, be caller number 10 right now, and those tickets are yours. We got your morning moron coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, we did a little switcheroo-ski as we got Rico and Emil's spot. Emil's gone. Miss Kendall's still here. We were going to interview her boob, but her boob went silent on us. I know.
Yeah.
I know, but that's all right. You can kind of see through that shirt there on the stream. So thank you for the algorithm. No, I mean you got a sports bra underneath, but you can see. You see it?
Tank top. It's a very cool top. It's layered, and no, you can't see anything too juicy.
No, he never comments on my see-through shirts.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh. That's very nice.
Happy? You happy? All you MILFs out there?
Okay.
All right. Alpha man.
Yeah, let's keep people on the stream. All right, we have a lot to get to today.
What you trying to say, man?
Yes, coming up here in a couple minutes, I'm going to ask you, or ask everyone, should we be pissed about this? Got a couple stories here that, may make you upset, but, these are stats and facts that we have been coming across here when it comes to the state of financials and everything else. A little bit later, we're going to talk about it. This is the year that they're going to disclose alien life to us publicly, right? Of course, and the theories that are behind it, which there have been theories on this for years, but a couple different experts and analysts have been publicly stating that this year, more so than others, it seems primed to say, hey, surprise, they've been here the whole time. I know.
Yeah.
We're going to get alien disclosure and GTA 6 before we get the unredacted Epstein list, for sure. Yeah. There was a theory. Oh, who said this? And I thought it was, mind boggling. I think this was I think it was Trevor Noah or Jon Stewart. I think they sat down and talked about it. I saw this clip on the internet. It makes complete sense to me. The reason why the Epstein list wasn't released by this administration or the previous administration, right, is because it would completely destroy the oligarchy, right? Say it for me.
Oligarchy.
The oligarchy.
I like
thank
that
you.
one though. Oligarchy.
I know.
Sounds way cooler.
It's all baloney, right? The
Yeah.
oligarchy, right?
Yeah.
The people that are on the list are so damn powerful
Right.
that it would just F things up so royally for the oligarchy, right? Which we want as people who aren't in the oligarchy want it to be ruined because Russia has an oligarchy and has had an oligarchy. We've basically taken that playbook and now, the powers that be continue to be the powers that be with all control. And it's not that the president himself is the sole person on this list, which we know he's on the list, right? It's that all the other people that we don't know who's on the list, the people who aren't the names that are in every American's mind and mouths, right? That we don't know their names like the back of our hands, right? The celebrities.
It's so evil. I think it would crumble the sort of like left and right division.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what they need that to sustain.
Because the reality is there really isn't a left and right division when you're at the very top. You know, you're above that. So, so that makes the most sense to me. And yes, we're still not going to get that, but we will get aliens and we will get Greenland. We'll get all the distractions before we get that true unredacted list. And
what if that's where the aliens are? That's what they're kind of leading towards. They're
I would
hiding
love
out
to
in
be
Greenland.
like, yeah, it's just ET, just finger fucking people. Like, okay, yeah,
Greenland?
yeah. Rock one. Let's get on here.
ET.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beefeater Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast, and let's get right into this. I got two stories I want to share with you real quick, and I want to ask with you, should we be pissed? Okay, so here's the first headline. Billionaires are getting richer and richer. So billionaires are richer than ever. A new report by a global charity group called Oxfam shows that billionaires' wealth has risen sharply to a record high of more than $18 trillion. The number of billionaires also grew to more than 3,000 last year, with their collective fortunes increasing by 16%, which means they own 95% of all wealth. But that's okay. I feel like we all got
what's wrong
raises.
with that?
We all get raises this year. Everyone's getting raises. Things are going down. Oxfam says that the super rich often use their wealth to gain political power and media ownership, citing Elon Musk as an example. Right. Meanwhile, the report noted that poverty reduction has slowed to levels similar to where they were in 2019. All right. The charity group released the report today and coincided with the start of the World Economic Forum's annual meeting in Switzerland, which they just had yesterday. All right. So that was the first one. And a study showed that nearly all the costs of the tariffs have been paid by American importers and consumers. That's the second headline, right? And I'm asking, should we be pissed? All but 4% of tariffs imposed by the administration have been absorbed by American importers and consumers, according to the Kiel Institute, and that's Kiel, if you want to fact check me, for the world economy. It's a German think tank, and they found that 4% was paid for by foreign exporters. The U.S. government raised $200 billion from the increase in customs revenue last year, but the study notes that it was basically a tax paid by entirely Americans. And this study has been backed up by findings from Harvard Business School, the Budget Lab at Yale, and last year analysts at Deutsche Bank and Bank of America also warned that this was going to be the case. This study began in January 2024 and went through November. All right. So with those two headlines, should we be pissed on this?
No, I support whatever crumbles our society the fastest.
Okay.
Just an acceleration.
That's what I want. I want to
you
get on
want
the
all on-
fast track. Yeah, let's stop making this a slow burn.
Right.
Let's just expedite this.
She wants
Because-
full-blown cannibalism tomorrow.
Because the other thing is, yeah, I mean, it'll eventually crumble and happen. So like we said, we don't want things to be the way they are anymore. But then what comes next? What
Right.
comes after that? That's also probably equally not good. So I'm just ready to get it over with. So
Yeah, pull the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This whole, at least, making us still believe there's an American dream. It's like, yeah, you can only tease us so much. So
Yeah.
until you're like, nah, man, that's
And then I feel like the other division that we always overlook, it's not really this right and left. It's really the rich and the poor. right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like that's the ultimate division that we're gonna get to. Where
It's the uber rich and then the rest of us. So
Right.
even if
Right.
you think that you're rich out there, you're not rich compared to rich people. Like rich people don't think you're rich.
That's the most
Right.
morbid, like hilarious thing ever. Thinking there's like some multi-millionaire out there going like, I am so poor compared to that guy.
yeah. No.
Oh, that
No,
billionaire, that
the-
trillionaire.
The
That's
fact
what it
that
is.
a billionaire
That's what it
looks
is.
at your million and be like, yeah, you are
Like,
poor.
ugh,
Yeah.
get away from me.
You're one bad investment away from joining the rest of the others, and the
See, I think
smelly
it's
line.
so easy to fall into the negativity trap about, what's going on. Because I think learned helplessness is a thing, and I think they want you to feel that way. The powers that be.
Right.
But to me, it's like, you got to be an opportunist. You look at the fact there's all these billionaire bunkers out there in New Zealand and other places.
Mhm.
Now it's time to pivot. It's like, how do I become a servant in one of these things?
Oh,
How do I do that?
Oh,
I'm not
good.
going to make it to the top in time.
you're immediately
How do I
like,
become useful as like,
How
the
can you
cabana
suck
boy?
on your Lord's teat? There
Right.
you go. Yeah.
How can I
Okay, so
survive?
that's how you're going to
survival.
survive, by submission. That's it. All
Well,
right.
you can call it what you want, man. It's going to survive.
Yeah.
No, I call it
I'll be
bottom
the-
bitch. Like hell, I'll be the bottom one. I don't care.
I'll be doing the pool boy stuff down there at the bunker pools. I'm good.
All right. Well, those are again just the news and headlines for the day, and so just asking you the question. So you just think to yourself how you should be able to receive that news, and should we be happy about it? But we're gonna switch the gears and what we're talking about today, and play around at Connect 4. But we have more coming up, including more headlines and fun stuff after Beck's Loser. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. I mean, that was kind of a tease. I don't know what it was. But
Kind of a tease.
yeah, kind of a tease, kind of a thing.
Here's 4 black pills. Anyway, here's Silver Sun pickups.
Yeah. Oh, I do have to give those tickets out
You're welcome.
today too. But let me see this viral video. Let's talk. Oh, did you see this? Now, I'm not as grossed out by this as the internet is.
Oh God. What is
Okay.
it?
So Crumble Cookie, have you ever been a Crumble Cookie?
Oh, Yaz is a big fan, right?
Yeah, she loves the
Yeah.
cookies for sure. Now, the cookies and the $5 cookie trend, I feel like was just that. And there was a bunch of these places that popped up, but you're seeing some of those places kind of like fall by the wayside, not be able to maintain and keep up. And those since then has several of those businesses closed down here locally, at least, right? But Crumble's one of the biggest chains. They have delicious big ass cookies. This was, I think, in Florida. Somebody filmed this of a Crumble employee putting their sock and
He's got
What?
the Captain Morgan stance.
yeah,
And some
taking out of the crock and just putting the stock there, and then on these trays,
The
right?
Elefante.
So these are all cookie trays, right? Now, Elefante is a chef on the stream. Would you be disgusted by this? Not saying this would ever happen in your restaurant. You obviously would say, hey, never in my restaurant. But if you were going to buy cookies, would you be disgusted by this? Because I'm looking at this being like, okay, stack of trays. It's going to go in the oven. She doesn't have her foot directly on the
sock
bottom
is
part
on.
where the cookie is.
Yeah, I am still disgusted. I'm also disgusted by their dress code. They allow like basketball shorts to be worn. Like, what's going on there too? I don't know.
Guy or girl, I don't even know. But yeah,
I know the hairless
It
legs.
just seems like things are gonna fall out of those shorts, and I don't trust that either.
Okay, but you're not cooking cookies below you. You know what I mean? So you usually put them on a table that's usually above waist height, and you throw the cookies on there,
you
you
think
bake
what
it.
else are they doing, and what else do they not care about and aren't paying attention to?
All right. Well, Chef
Right?
Elefante said, I would be so mad. Okay. Well, so is the internet.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're,
I'm
you're
just
trying
grosser.
to. Yeah, you're trying to like defend like the feet cookies. Like you're pro feet.
That's a whole
sweaty
new,
feet.
what is it, area of cookies now, like feet cookies.
Yeah.
People that have foot fetishes.
Yeah. No,
Put those feet all over that
I
pan.
enjoy feet cookies. And, like, it's just not the grossest thing to me. I think picking your nose is even grosser than that.
Yeah.
But this is what went viral all the way through. So,
And that's kind of sad because it's tame to compare to things we've seen before. That's bad. There's no excuse for it, but it's like not as bad as some stuff you've seen.
Like the guy with the slab of meat, just
Right.
pounding it on the ground. You
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah.
I'm like, those socks look clean.
It'll cook off
It'll cook exactly.
all the gyms.
350 degrees.
Yeah. All right. So we're on here in about 30 seconds. The Razzies came out. All right. The nominations, at least. The Razzies, if you didn't know, are for the worst movies in Hollywood. So it's the opposite of the Oscars. And, there's a lot of big names who are nominated this year. Some reoccurring names like Nicolas Cage. He always gets Razzie nominations because they don't
Aw.
understand his art.
They don't.
Yeah.
But I do want to break down the worst picture and then what we decide what might be the worst picture, we're going to pull up the trailer for Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. All right, so I was talking to Rico and Kendall about the 2026 Razzie nominations, which were just recently announced, which is basically the opposite of the Oscars. It is award season, but this is where Hollywood honors the best of the worst. And, there's been several instances where some of these actors even gone and accepted these awards on behalf of the project. Like Tom Green, famously, was one of the first actors who was nominated for a Razzie who actually had the balls to show up and accept that Razzie and give a thank you speech. Of course,
into it.
Yeah, Freddie Got Fingered was the project, and it was grossly misunderstood the time of release, but grew to be a cult classic and one of my favorites, actually.
Yep.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Right. Now,
sorry.
In this, I know we haven't seen all of these, but let's say worst actor category, you got a pretty stacked category. First, Dave Bautista in The Lost Lands, it's a movie that nobody saw. So it'd be hard to say that Dave Bautista is the worst actor. Ice Cube in War of the Worlds. This movie famously was released on Amazon Prime out of nowhere. It looked like it was shot on an iPhone 6, right? And it seemed like it was a joke. Like, nah, there's no way this is real.
Mm-hmm.
And a War of the Worlds, right? And it was just basically Ice Cube yelling at you first person. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, man? There's aliens coming, invading the world, man. Like that. That was my Ice Cube. Thank you.
Pretty good.
Especially with your brows, too, your scowl. You totally got that down.
If it wasn't for Ice Cube showing me how to have the mean mug eyebrow, I probably got beat up a lot more in elementary school. I was in the mirror every day doing that. All right?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Scott Eastwood got a nominated for a movie nobody saw. Jared Leto and Tron Heiress.
Oof.
Yeah, it sounds like a favorite, right? And then Abel The Weeknd and Hurry Up Tomorrow. I heard that was bad too. But in this, out of the movies I didn't see, I did see a little bit of War of the Worlds.
Clips online, you're just like addicted to it. You're like, oh, this is great.
Oh, so bad.
So bad.
But Jared Leto basically ruined his entire acting career with Tron Heiress. So I have to say,
not Morbius, but that movie.
Yeah, that was the movie that critics were like, enough is enough of Leto.
Yep.
Yeah, he needs to go back to 30 Seconds to Mars, which is good news for you if you're a fan of his music.
Skip the 30 seconds, just go to Mars.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so out of that, I'd have to say Jared Leto for sure. All right, so worst picture. Now, these movies, I don't think we've seen a single one of them, to be fair, with the exception of parts of War of the Worlds. But I do want to react to the trailer of whatever one we feel like might be worse, just based off title and maybe potential buzz. So here are the 5 that were nominated for worst film from the Razzies this year. The Electric State, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Snow White, Star Trek Section 31.
What?
Again, I know. And then War of the Worlds. Which one do you want us to react to on the stream, Kendall?
Star Trek.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah, let's find out about Star Trek. We're going to do that on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more after music from Linkin Park and Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah.
Is Hurry Up Tomorrow the Weeknd's one?
Probably, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nominated.
Never heard anything about that.
Right.
It'd be fun to go through all the Razzie Awards worst movies of the year and just watch all of them.
I mean, that's a power watch for sure.
Well,
Something,
not consecutively, but routinely. You know,
for like
make
a
it happen.
stream, it would be good. Okay, I think this was released just on Paramount Plus. I think that's I don't know much about it. Bad. If even Trekkies are kind of like, turning their back on it, right?
Yeah.
So let's see a little bit of this trailer here. Did you guys see it? If you saw any of those movies, let me know what you thought of them as far as the top 5 worst here. So let's see. And I'll do a little bit of audio. Just a little bit. I mean, I know Paramount will come at me.
There's a customer hoping for a word with you.
That was weird.
What are you doing in my space?
Let me stop right there. I mean, did they get lazy with aliens here? Like, let me get an alien that's half black, half white, but make him literally just half black, half white.
They just filmed this at the Mar-a-Lago on a weekend.
Yeah.
That dog party they had was pretty weird. Did you see that?
Hold on. I pull this guy up here. I get so defensive of Mar-Lago.
I
It
know you
seems
do.
like
You
a
with
nice
a
club.
little.
Well, I was just like, I didn't like that joke because they look like they have a good buffet. Here, this guy. Yeah, that's just like, come on, man.
It's like a tuxedo cookie.
That's just lazy.
Looks like
And
a burnt David Bowie.
fucking half racist. Let's be legit
Right?
here. You're doing just because it's half blackface doesn't mean it's not blackface,
Gotta
right?
go all the way, dude. You can't go half.
Yeah, and to say like, oh, but he's an alien. Yeah, okay. Well, you can be racist in other galaxies too. That the fact that they slid with that one, crazy.
Still looks all nice.
Yeah.
Bring him. What are you doing in my space station?
I'm giving you a chance to get back in on the action on a galactic scale.
What a cute idea. The only way this works is if I know exactly what I'm dealing with.
We're facing a threat unlike anything Starfleet's ever seen.
Billions of lives are at stake. Gather your people. We're gonna need every one of them.
I don't like her contacts. I'm
I
done
know.
with this. Yeah. So
It looks like the Met Gala.
oh shit.
That's all they did.
This ain't even out yet, and it got nominated. So that's crazy.
Wait, isn't it from last year?
Oh, could be. Could be.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's how
That'd be
time,
funny as hell.
time
though.
works.
So
yeah.
like, this is obviously going to be horrible.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, now if you guys missed it, earlier this morning I was talking about how I beat Rowdy and Connect Four, and I'm a tri-state champion. Now this offended Kendall for some reason, right? Who's like, I could beat you, right? Because she's like, you're an idiot. If anything you could do, I could do better, which is fair. It's a strong argument. And then she found out that she was wrong, and I whooped her ass in Connect Four. Now I'm 2-0, and I will continue this winning streak to showcase that I am a tri-state Connect 4 champion in a series that I'm calling Connect 4 War. I actually played Rowdy Runner backstage at the Tucson Roadrunners the other day and just posted the video that I'd like to share with you right now. In case you missed it, it went like this. Check it out. What's going on? My name is Pete Vegan. I'm a tri-state Connect 4 champion. This is Connect 4 War today with Evan, aka the Rowdy Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let's get after this.
All right. Are you good at Connect 4?
I'm probably like a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. So average? Average
Yeah.
at best? Okay. Well, I'll go first since I was such a
That's
low
what
score.
they say.
Yeah, that's what they say. Now, what's your official title here with the Roadrunners?
I'm manager of fan engagement.
Manager of fan
Yeah,
agent.
so-
What does that entail?
Working with social media, working with in-game a little bit, being Dustin's translator. But my big, you got me beat.
I don't know if you see that.
You're trying to ask me questions to beat me.
No. Yeah, so you try to do that. You engage social media, right? But
Yeah.
before you got this gig and stuff, would you consider yourself like good at social media?
I'd say I'm all right.
It's like they're just starting to warm up to you. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Which it's true too because everyone initially hates change or anything new, right?
Mhm.
So did you experience that right at first? Like, you know, push back, like, wait a second, who's this guy trying to be one of us?
I'm fortunate enough that I started when we were in the off season, so I kind of developed on social media before we got into the game, and then they had a little bit of an idea who I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, anything you do, people don't. It's not like they're haters, but they don't like change.
I know.
As
People are weird like that. That's
Yeah,
how they were
yeah.
when I started as game host. After my co-host Shmonty.
Mhm.
So you're not Shmonty? I'm like, no, I'm not Shmonty. And then eventually,
someone new.
yeah, then they started showing love. You know, with that, like you got like basically discovered at Coyotes games.
I
Were
did.
you ever on like Sports Center? You ever get
No,
on
I
those
mean I was
type
on
of
like NHL
Yeah.
network.
You're like, look at this crazy.
Yeah. I wish I was on Sports Center. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Nah,
You're trying to trick. You're trying to.
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just playing Connect 4. I am a tri-state champion. You know, that's the thing. But I mean, you're doing good too. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
It's anybody's game.
I agree. Oh, I lost.
Why do you say that?
I'll go here or there. Okay. I didn't lose for sure.
No, you definitely didn't lose. I mean, you lost the ground game.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, I'm gonna let you know. If you go any move on the ground, it's game over 7 different ways. But you can still fight aerial. That's all Connect Four terminology. Ooh, I don't know about that one. When you play games, you usually like talking smack.
No, not at all.
Like, did you play any sports growing up as a kid?
Baseball.
Yeah, were you good? What was your position?
I was pitcher.
Oh,
I'd say it was decent.
Yeah.
I mean, topped out at 87, so that's not too bad.
that's not bad at all. Honestly, pitcher, that's the skill position at Little League.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, that's usually the best athletes, right?
Right.
At a younger age. And then they put the worst athletes out in the outfield. Or I was second base because my arm was shit. I was first base one season though, and I was all-star in that, and that was pretty cool. You ever hit any out of the ballpark home runs?
One in Cooperstown, New York.
Ooh, in Cooperstown? Well, Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Dinger?
That was a fun time.
Yeah, that's something you'll never forget, right?
That was a pretty cool memory for
Yeah.
sure.
Ooh, I don't know about that move there.
Did I lose?
No, you didn't lose, but...
And you like tie?
Oh, you could totally tie. We're not going to tie,
though. You don't want to play the ground game.
You don't want to play the ground game. You don't keep it in the sky.
I know, but you don't want to play the ground game either.
Oh, I do want to play the ground game.
All right, then make the ground move.
Okay. Make a ground move?
If you want.
Okay, here's a ground move. Ready?
Yeah.
It's 3 moves of doom. Here we go.
Did I lose?
No, not yet.
I know to go there. I have to. There's no other way around.
Connect Four. The Tri-State champ wins again. But it was good getting to know my good buddy, Rowdy Runner, which you can follow online at Mr. Rowdy Runner on Instagram. And that's pretty much it. I don't know.
Thanks so much, Beef.
Man, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. To be honest, I've almost given up hope on GTA 6, right?
Yeah.
They continue to move the goalposts, and it frustrates the hell out of me. But there has been some news of some potential movement, some potential good news on where we're at and the status of this game. What's happening with GTA 6 here, Emil?
Still coming out in November, but a couple days ago, they let a terminally ill fan play it. This guy is passing from cancer somewhat soon, and they reached out over through LinkedIn. I guess that one of his family members works for Ubisoft, and they reached out and they made this work out. I don't know. He never came out talking about how it was. I'm sure it's probably all
an NDA for sure.
Yeah. But they were actually cool enough to let this guy.
That reminds me of that movie about Star Wars, the Star Wars fan. Do you remember what the name of that movie was? That was so
Force
great.
Awakens.
Was it Force?
It was Force Awakens. It was the
Force Awakens was the Star Wars movie that he got to watch. But the movie about the Star Wars fan that got to watch it before it came out.
Oh, there was a movie about the guy?
Like a documentary?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a documentary. It was a fictional movie. It starred, I'll pull it up. It's Paul Dano's in it. Paul Dano's in it. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of deals. It came out in the 90s. It wasn't that great of a movie, but the premise was a group of 4 friends were going, driving across the country to go to George Lucas to beg them to be able to watch our terminally ill friend watch The Force Awakens.
Sounds familiar. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so that's very nice of Rockstar to be able to do this. I've been seeing nothing but bad news for the sake of Rockstar with their, union busting.
And I think this is possibly, I hate to be so like nihilistic in the sense that like they might try to get some good PR out of all this because like the union thing that they were dealing with like months ago. And maybe this is just like the CEO trying to be a good guy, tugging at his heartstrings, which is a good thing. Like, cool, let this guy play it. But at the same time, I think of big corporations and all they're doing is trying to save their brand, trying to maximize their profits. Part of me kind of thinks that this is what it is, but hopefully not so much.
And well, hopefully just another game tester gets us one step closer. Now, GTA 6 still slated to be released in November. I'll tell you this, I only really feel mortality when I'm eagerly anticipating something. So like, I felt this last couple times, I guess, say the Breaking Bad finale. You know, before it was coming out, I was like, oh, I don't want to die before the Breaking Bad finale. I need to know what's going to happen. The same thing for like Westworld. And there's certain, projects and like shows and movies that I anticipate so much, like Avengers, right? Endgame. I'm like, I gotta live to see Avengers Endgame. Right. It kind of keeps that will going. And it's so unfortunate that this man is struck with that illness where he might not see the release, especially since they continue to do this. And how heartbreaking is that too? You're like, the doctor tells you have 6 months to live, and you're like, well, GTA is coming out in 3 months, so at least I could, spend that last 3 months really going down the rabbit hole. And then they announce, actually, we're backing that up another year.
Right.
You're like, no!
Yeah, that's going to be hard, especially for a fan. I mean, good for him. I mean, in the sense that he got to play it. I mean, hopefully he gets better news in the future. I just want this to be a massive positive thing for everybody. Still looking forward to the game. Hopefully there's no more postponements. We'll see.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks for that update, Emil. Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Hey, it's Andrew.
What's up, Andrew?
Hey, Beef. So the movie Fanboys came out in 2000.
There it is.
I just had it pulled up. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Paul Dano, I don't think is in it. I don't see him listed in the cast.
Oh, another.
No, but it's got Jay, the
Bruchel,
from Canada that was in Knocked Up. Yeah.
All right, nice. Did you like that movie? You like the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was enjoyable.
It was really good.
Yeah, nice. Appreciate
For Star
that,
Wars
Andrew.
fans, it's fun.
Yeah.
No worries.
Well, that was the funny part too. I mean, and in the movie Fanboys too, they showed him really enjoying The Force Awakens. But as you know, it was so polarizing for Force Awakens when it first opened. There were so many people that loved to hate it, and now in hindsight, they appreciate The Force Awakens a lot more than they did initially.
The best part was the van that they took to get to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Is it them trying to see the Phantom Menace, though? Is it like set in the 90s?
I think it was like an older one.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the Phantom Menace. And then same thing, though.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace initially came out, critically bombed.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, in hindsight, people appreciate it a little bit more. But yeah, that was the movie that they were set to see.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Andrew, thanks for the call, brother. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. All right, yeah. So, and the rest of you, when we get in a situation like that, like Andrew, back us up. I appreciate that. Be a part of the show. We're going to hit the reset. When we come back, we're going to talk about aliens, man. Is this the year disclosure? There's a couple experts saying that it absolutely will be. And we have Hollywood headlines on top of that. Stick around. It's Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. All right, back here live on the podcast progress, 25 seconds away from getting on the air here. And of course, now it's me and Miss Kendall just chilling as we continue to do rotating casts. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Everybody's stopping by. Tomorrow it's Mari and I and somebody else. I'll probably squeeze in somebody else for or something. And we'll wrap up the week and I'll make sure it's a good show. I'll dedicate the rest of my day to producing that, to make that a fact. Let's get on the air. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. Let's get into some headlines here, Kendall, to get you caught up with current events of everything that's happening in the world. First and foremost, there's a new trend, according to Google search, and that is whimsy. Whimsy is trending.
Okay.
Do you do things whimsical?
Yeah, I think I'm whimsy.
You think you're very whimsy?
Do you think I'm whimsy?
I don't know if I would define you as whimsy. Scary sometimes, but this definition is the behavior that is unusual, playful, and unpredictable rather than having any serious reason or purpose behind it.
Yeah. I'm not always whimsy.
Okay,
sometimes,
so knowing
occasionally whimsy.
With the definition, now you would reassess and think to yourself, maybe you're not as whimsy as...
I'm capable of being whimsy. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the recipe that makes you most whimsy?
I think just when I'm in a good mood and I'm just feeling silly and I'm like, do you ever like dance around in your, when you're home alone? No? See, I get in moods like that. It's just whenever I'm feeling good and upbeat. And
I pace around. I'm not whimsy. I'm, what do they call it? Psychotic. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my neighbors believe when I have my shades open. Anyways, so whimsy is trending. So yeah, that's a good thing. Distract yourself of being whimsical. All right. Now, if you can't stand pineapple pizza, you probably won't like this either, to be honest with you. But Pizza Hut in Japan has introduced a handheld folded pizza filled with strawberry Kit Kats.
So a dessert calzone?
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Now, are you on board?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. You got me.
Yeah. The dough also has real strawberry pieces. So, it's basically cheesy. You could turn cheese into a dessert very easily.
Wait, so they're still filling it with like pizza sauce and cheese?
No.
And Kit Kats?
No, the dough. So think about this. The dough has real strawberry pieces in it. And then the pizza itself will be like, pizza sauce and cheese and then whatever toppings you want. But the crust with that real strawberry in the dough will also have strawberry Kit Kats inside it, like stuffed crust style.
Okay. Yeah. What's not to like?
I don't know, man. And look, I like dinner. I like dessert. Sometimes I don't like to combine the two, right? Unless I'm just going to eat like a full cake to myself as my dinner. And that's only when I really hate myself. So like once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I menstruate. All right. TheTropicalFruit.com did another round of 10 things that happened 10 years ago this week. The hottest trend, and too bad I didn't bring this up with Emil, was people freezing their jeans. And this is literally, I discovered this in 2016 with Emil, because Emil, super hipster guy.
Loves to freeze his jeans.
Yeah, it was like, that's how you clean them. Now, we found out that that's not actually the case. All you're doing is suspending the germs, and then they reactivate once it thaws out.
Right.
But Glenn Fry from the Eagles passed away 10 years ago today. And if you miss Glenn Fry, then you can go to, Winslow, Arizona, and see a statue of him standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Interesting.
Yes, it's an
Not
awesome
in Philly.
statue. No, not in Philly. All right, not that kind of Eagles. The band Eagles.
Oh, I'm thinking about the sports team.
There's a list of the world's 10 most sober-friendly cities. And good news, America's not in any of them. Right? And we are not a sober-friendly community, not in any city, in any part of the country. In fact, actually, with the way things are going, we'll only get more unsober. The top 3 most sober-friendly cities in the world include London, Berlin, and Tokyo. So you got to be sober enough to really enjoy Pizza Hut's pizza with strawberry Kit Kats filling in the crust. That's not a drunk food. A list of restaurants that could go bankrupt in 2026 doesn't really surprise me. Now think chain restaurants.
Chain restaurants.
And what would you guess would be the restaurant most likely to go bankrupt?
As like fast food, or this is like full dining?
Fast food included, or just chain restaurants?
Arby's.
Arby's is not on the list. The markup on like fake roast beef is huge. Yeah, so they don't do the like 5 for $5 anymore. So they're making bank. Yeah.
What about Wendy's then?
Wendy's is on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy to me, man, because Wendy's in all its glory was, a top 3 for me. And all these fast food restaurants. Excuse me. Yeah, sneeze out of nowhere. Sorry, I never do that on here. But yeah, it has kind of lost its luster, and I really hope it gets back to its glory. Keep those patties square. Keep those junior bacon cheeseburgers. Make them a little bigger. Maybe you're making them too small. Something's happening.
When was the last time you went to Wendy's?
Oh, I like to go like once a month.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. If I'm going to do like a drive-through burger, right, my top 3, Wendy's has got to be up there. It's Wendy's, it's In-N-Out, and it's McDonald's. Those are the 3 places that I'm going to drive through. Now, Whataburger is in contention. Sometimes a good Whataburger, burger, when it's made correctly, really hits. It's one of the best, right?
Yeah.
But Wendy's for me is always like dependable. In fact, actually, I've already said the name so many times, I'll probably get it after the show today.
All right.
But it might go bankrupt, so get it while you can. Long John Silver's on that list. Outback Steakhouse, and Starbucks, surprisingly, might go bankrupt. Now, will that mean Starbucks go away? No, but it might go bankrupt, and then they'll have to reassess finances and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And finally, in headlines, a car thief found a kilo of cocaine in a vehicle he was robbing. I didn't think to himself, jackpot, baby. I knew I stole this Kia for a reason. No, instead he panicked and he called the police and ratted out the owner. So this is the owner's worst day ever. Not only did he get his car stolen, but then he also got ratted out for having a kilo of cocaine. What kind of luck is that, dude?
That's pretty interesting.
You're like, if there's no honor amongst thieves, I mean, at the very least, I wouldn't have snitched on you for stealing the damn car.
Yeah.
I'd kill you because you stole a kilo of cocaine from me, but still.
Very against bro code.
So against bro code, right?
Yeah.
In this situation. And the scenario, the cops are like, well, thanks. Still got to arrest you for stealing that car, though. And you get no cocaine. So like, talk about lose, dude.
Yeah.
All right, anyways, there's the headlines. We'll keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more right after this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, I was mind blown by that last headline. Like, what? Are you?
Where did you say that happened? Or did it say? It didn't say.
It didn't say in the headline, but what it did happen is I have the story right here, so I can show you Massachusetts and let's see if this is the man. I don't know if this is the car thief or the man that had the kilo of cocaine.
That is the guy that I think had the cocaine.
Yeah, he looks like a cocaine guy.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a car thief guy to me. Could be wrong.
And there was
but-
other drugs. So this guy slinging all different types. So you see all the money,
Mhm.
right? He also had a DEA badge. He had all these other police badges. This is how like expert cocaine dealers get away with stuff a little bit. Like,
wow.
no, I'm a cop.
Yeah. Freeze, give me your
yeah.
drugs.
He got this stuff like cocaine, like legit cocaine is branded like this. So he got it straight
Mhm.
from the source. Bugs Bunny on there. That cartel marked that shit up. All these little baggies that go right here. And then a bigger baggie, and it looks like he had some fun pills, and then crisp $100 bills.
Well, I mean, how else are you going to stay warm in that cold front on the East Coast, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, it
Cocaine
snows
is hell of a
24/7, even in the summertime in this man's house. But
That's
this
right.
is a bizarre twist of fate. It led to the rest of the car's owner, and that was the owner, a 62-year-old Nantucket man. So yeah, he's been in the game a long time, for sure. Upon arrivals, officers met with the man. Subsequently, was brought to the headquarters for a formal interview. And during that time, he was questioning the man. The man's story evolved dramatically. He confessed that the initial amount was fabricated, and the package hadn't been found roadside at all. Okay, so this is the guy who got arrested. Overall, I mean, it's a lot to dissect in here, but it's pretty interesting altogether.
Don't
I'll
forget
summarize
to use
it.
your snowblower, yeah.
Yeah, I'll summarize it right after this. But I did tease alien talk, and Emil and I, with Kendall, broke down why this might be the year of disclosure. And in case you missed it, it went like this. One KF May Beef Vegan Presents. I've been saving here the past couple days just for Emil to get in here, because I know that you follow this. And you also have heard the theory, which is nothing new, that there's going to be some sort of like government disclosure at some point, right? They've been kind of dangling that carrot for a while when it comes to life on other planets. Now, there are a couple experts that are backing it up that this is going to be the year, right? Former UK central bank analyst says that they must prepare for the U.S. to announce alien life, right?
Saw that.
Yeah, Helen McCaw, who worked for the financial security at the bank for 10 years, wrote to Governor Andrew Bailey warning that disclosure from the U.S. government about non-human life could cause major problems, and it's something to be prepared for.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, great, more major problems. McCaw said markets could see swings from panic or excitement, and people might lose trust in how they to value their money. Okay, so say
that's going to do it, huh? That's going to make us lose trust in our money
she's a bank
valuation.
analysis, right? So she's about the bottom line when it comes to that. If they said aliens come out today, what are you panic buying tomorrow?
Toilet paper. We've already seen that people like lose their minds over that stuff.
Yeah.
I would say that, or maybe just some water, basics.
Yeah.
I would say like things that don't need any technology to operate. Like you'd start investing in like seeds and like, because like you don't even want battery operated devices,
Right.
They're going to be able to tap into that, destroy your batteries. So I'd probably be investing in organic, natural things.
Okay, yeah, try to have your own compound to get that going,
Yeah.
move out into the middle of
Irrigation
nowhere.
systems or something.
Yeah, there's UFO experts out there, quote unquote experts, say that whistleblowers will make big news this year. And if whistleblowers get their voices heard, experts say 2026 could end up being the year of the UFO. According to researchers, a growing number of insiders from the military and intelligence community are ready to spill the beans on what they know in public forums. And if that happens, keeping a lid on stuff becomes a tough proposition. The pressure for more public disclosure has intensified after the 2025 release of the documentary titled The Age of Disclosure. Did you see that?
I believe I did, yeah.
Yeah. And what did it state in that Age of Disclosure? Basically,
all the stuff that you said, essentially, that there's a lot of ex-military, I think ex-DOD people, higher ups ready to divulge this stuff. A lot of whistleblowers ready. One of them being, I think, Luis Elizondo, who's ex-DOD, who's come out talking about this stuff to the point where it's like it was being kind of like suppressed a little bit, but you can't really. People are kind of interested in this to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I think I have a dumb question.
Go for it.
I'm going to ask it. Why do they want it to be disclosed? Like, why do they think it's so important that we know more about it?
Why not? This is just part of our existence. And I mean, Is it relative to our lives on an everyday basis? Maybe not, but maybe it is. Maybe we can gain something from this. A lot of our technology today, I truly do believe, has come from interdimensionally or intergalactically.
Microwaves don't make no sense, man. Microwaves are magnets. Look,
well, look into Motorola for sure, and like cell phones.
Yeah,
that's one for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, how much of this you believe, though? There's a theory that this could all be false flag stuff, right? You know?
You can touch on Project Blue Beam, which is a government project talking about a way to get everybody into an idea of globalism where they fake a global alien attack, utilizing holographics and sound and all these different technologies that they have to make people afraid, so they can kind of like come together, make a world government out of this
That's what I'm
fake.
kind of thinking.
So yeah, Project Blue Beam.
It's a real thing, but they're going to create fake drama out of it.
Right.
They do that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's two sides to look at this, right? There's some people that look at this as like, okay, this is a great way to bring humanity together. There's another way to look at it where this is be like the worst thing ever, a new world order to bring it under one government, and people don't want that as well. So, you know, and they both have very valid points. But I mean, I think Ronald Reagan had notoriously and famously said in a speech, you know, back in the 80s of how often he thinks how quickly humanity would band together if they, you know, had an outside threat.
And there's a lot of reports saying that from contact from extraterrestrial species saying that they won't make contact with us unless we have a one world government, which it just kind of harkens back to like the New World Order.
Well, you know what though? If I was an alien, right, and I would think that same thing too. Like, because you look, I hate micromanagement, and it's like, you know, everyone's like, no, you listen to me, no, listen to me. Be like, well, who's in charge here?
You're right,
and that's the thing.
Obviously
You can't come to this country, you can't come to this world being like, let me speak to your leader. Because, you know, first off, Trump's like, I'm that guy. And then Putin would be like, no, bitch, I'm that guy. And then, you know, everyone's going to be like throwing their hat in. And Ching would be like, or is it Ching? I didn't say that. Who? President Xi. Yeah. President Xi. Then Xi's like, no, I'm obviously the leader here. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people that are quasi leaders of the entire world,
right?
That, you know, it's maddening. And so, yeah, aliens are like, man, no, you guys don't have your S together. I can't, you know, because you're all going to be telling me different things in your own personal interests. And, you know, like, it's exhausting. I just came here from like 3 galaxies away and I got to deal with this nonsense.
Yeah. They just want to go to Buc-ee's.
Rock 102.1 Kev, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out here with Kendall on the podcast broadcast. And, you know, there's a list of people that might be over certain things in 2026, things we want to stop caring about. I want to fire through this list, Kendall, and I want you to tell me if you care or stop caring.
Okay.
Responding to text as soon as possible.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Nope.
Yeah. So
I hate when I had a friend the other day who got back to me about a question I had 2 hours later. He's like, sorry for the late response. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's been 2 hours. I'd expect you to reply in like 3 to 5 business days. It's fine.
Okay, so it's nice if someone delays. I'm sitting by the phone being like, it's red. I see dots. I'll wait here all day, like a dog waiting for his owner to come home. One person said they initially wait. Now they, you know, don't want to establish an expectation. So we've been let down through text messages so often that we're just like, we threw it out there in the universe. We'll see what happens.
I mean, if it's not urgent, it can wait.
All right. Keeping up with people you grew up with or grew apart from. Care or don't care?
Care. I mean, if it's people you genuinely have a connection with, then yeah, it's okay to reconnect.
It's because you're still in your 30s. You cross that bridge of 40, bro, you'll stop caring.
Okay.
You'll stop caring. Plus, especially the way people grow in different directions. So you're like, oh, I've learned to not only do I barely know you anymore, I don't care.
Yeah,
you know,
depends on the person.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's okay to cut and run if it seems like work now, or you just don't have much in common. You know, people grow and evolve and go in different directions. It's fine. Sports, you know, care or don't care?
Don't care. I feel neutral. Don't care, but it's okay to care.
Yeah, no, it's great to care, and it's super fun when you are engaged. But, you know, like, honestly, you can see it with so much options as far as live entertainment's concerned. It's easy to fall off and not keep up. Of course, you know, everyone will be back for the Super Bowl, but this year's, you know, NFL ratings weren't necessarily something to brag about on a lot of days, you know.
I mean, I'll still be putting a bet on the Super Bowl in the Kelce app, you know.
Okay, good. Well, you should bet with me, too, because I'll take your money.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's hard to be a sports fan if, like, you're an Arizona Cardinals fan. Trendy clothes, care or don't care?
care very much.
Care, really?
Always. Of course.
Oh, that surprised me a lot.
What do you mean you're surprised? You don't
Clothes you wear
notice I come
trendy?
in here every show and I'm wearing something different? You even noticed that?
Yeah, I know you wear clothes, but I don't see them as like necessarily like hip and trendy clothes, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, right now I'm wearing just a jacket because it's freezing in here today for some reason.
Well, the reason why it's freezing is because the physical reactions of cold weather and stuff. And I was just trying to help out the stream numbers, you know? All right, what about this? Other people's opinions of you. Care or don't care?
Don't care.
Don't care. Look
Do
at that.
not care.
See, you're growing up. That's
Yeah.
good. See, this one sort of happens naturally as you age.
Right.
Random opinions matter less, especially stuff people say online. And we
Right.
put ourselves out there on the line all the time. I don't get as much hate as I really wish I did. It's just to not care about. I don't care about it.
I'm not sure
but at
about
the same
that.
time,
I think you care.
I don't care that I'm not getting it. You know what I mean? You have to be polarizing to be successful in the internet, right? And I'm not
Yeah.
saying enough offensive things, apparently.
I think you were a little polarizing yesterday, but
okay, to just two, but I think I was misconstrued, and now I have to, apologize
keep
profusely
making amends. Yeah.
and buy food and stuff like that. And they don't even know that's going to be the case. But thanks for bringing up that wound. That's an internal thing.
Sounds like you care.
Let me ask one more thing: buying a house, care or don't care?
Ooh, I care, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. You know, you're like,
It has gotten
gosh.
so hard that a lot of people would rather stop stressing about the potential goal of buying a shop or a house and just be happy where they're at.
Yeah, it's like in a weird way, I'm like, all right, so what if I rent the rest of my life? Then if something breaks, I call somebody and they fix it. I
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the hassle.
Yeah, there's
Doesn't
benefits.
sound too bad, but
Right.
it's funny because I'll send my boyfriend stuff that's on the market. We're not actively looking to buy, but it's kind of just like, what's your take on this? And
Right.
everything, it's like too expensive, and that's what what he's claiming. And it's like, well, this is going to be the reality if we ever do invest in something. Yeah, it's going to be like what I'm again, and then he doesn't want to live in a trailer. So I'm like, well, you know what?
I know trailer's still
Pick your
technically a
poison.
house. Yeah, Clayton Homes, pre-owned, prefabricated.
right.
You'd be
Nothing
like
wrong with that.
Robbie, Playboy Man Baby, buy a $17,000 house in Globe and just build it. It's just a structure of a house. But I mean,
Right.
that's the sad reality of that. Things you have to do to buy a house, and a lot of people are giving up caring about it in 2026. So
Yeah.
we'll wrap things up with the beef tip after these words. You can join us on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Yeah, I mean, I stopped caring. My mom tried to show me. She's like, you can get a house now, and she's like sending me shit. She's like, this would be in price range. I'm like, Mom, do you see this and know where this is? Like,
It's weird. I don't. It almost doesn't make sense because it's like, yeah, you could buy something that's a fixer upper,
Mhm.
but then you're putting as much money into it as buying something that's not a fixer upper. So it's like, why not just? I don't know. Unless you're like Tim Allen on Home Improvement, like.
Right.
If you're a whiz at doing all that, then I guess, but
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I get it.
Huh?
All right. Earlier this morning, we tried to do F My Life, and we got a phone call that we thought was going to be an F My Life, and it was, but it was crazy.
That was a cry for help.
It was. So I want to play it back on the stream. All right. It went like this. Check it out.
F my life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, and give us a call at 600-KFMA. That's 605-362. And if we agree your life is F, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets to see Silver Sun Pickups live at the Rialto Theater. Speaking of concerts, don't forget, Chevelle is going to be performing at the Pima County Fair. That's
Nice.
KFMA night as well. Hopefully, we'll get
Good.
Chevelle in studio or
That would be
on the show here
crazy.
soon. And I mean, it's actually very realistic. Chevelle shows a lot of love to this station. We have a lot of history with Chevelle.
Nice.
Emil used to party with Chevelle back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
This is the boy wonder, man. This guy
Yeah.
is a rock star. All right, let's start off with a phone call. All right, Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Hello,
Hey, what's your name? And do you have enough of my life for us?
I'm Dion Murphy.
All right. What's your name?
Dion Murphy, did you hear me?
Oh, yes. Okay. And what's your F my life?
My F in life is I've been sold by the government, me and my kids. I've been a guinea pig my whole fucking life. My life is a fucking joke.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm sorry,
all right,
Ken.
all right.
Yeah,
Hey,
Ken.
hey, this is radio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm spilling coffee and
sparks are flying.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice knowing you all. This has been fun doing this show.
Yeah, I hit the dump. But yeah, some people's lives are, literally effed. Yeah, we're looking for metaphorically effed, right?
Looking for ran out of toilet paper.
Yes. All right. So well, let's get to the emails. Hey, every now and then that happens. And live radio, baby. Who else is live? Nobody. Just us. All right. Nobody. Our first email sent to me by. All right. So where'd Kendall go? You want me to switch? I can switch cameras. Yeah. You want to go to the other one? Go to the other one. All right. So there goes Kendall. And now she's back. All right. Yay. All right. So, oh, damn it. Which one do you want? Come on. Oh, all right. Is that good?
All right.
That one feel warm? Because
Sure.
Emil was farting in that chair all day long. Yeah, so you're going to get pink eye. Anyways, we were trying to decipher what she was saying. And yeah, as far as a longer delay in the dump, maybe. I mean, that was the first F-bomb flew out over the air. Second one didn't. All right, well, that's good to know. I mean, the fact that I did dump it, it is what it is. And it was a caller, and I don't have a phone screener. And it's part of the thing about not only doing live radio, but, being staffed. I mean, technically we're understaffed. It's hard to tell because I have a bunch of people on the show. But, we're all just like a rotating cast of characters, part-time and stuff. And usually on a show of a morning show stature, right? Like the Frank show has this in Rob, be a phone screener where you talk to somebody before you let them on the air. Yeah. And then give a heads up to the host, who it is, what they're going to talk about, that pulls up in the notes. And all the big, great shows have that. This show, not so much. We have 2 Skype lines, and I just, without a net, answer it, and that's fine. I make the most of the situations and the resources that we have and always have been. And
it's the Wild West out there.
Yeah, it adds to the charm and unpredictable nature of the show, I believe. And it's not something I can necessarily be in trouble for. I did the right thing in that scenario where as soon as she dropped the first one, I basically disconnected with her. Well, no, she said the second one too.
And you almost spilt your coffee all over your keyboard and destroyed it.
Technically, it's not my keyboard. So, that's a company problem. But yes.
Trying to show the effort was very much there.
Yeah. The fact that I'm willing to break things in order to protect the sensitive ears out there from the F word. Because we never heard it before, right?
Right.
Yeah. Even though there are studies that prove that parents have just given up on censoring themselves around children. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for this show. We've had fun this morning with Emil and Rico. Tomorrow, we'll continue to give away tickets for Les Claypool's, listening experience and all 3 of his bands performing in one day, all at once. And we'll give you a couple opportunities to win tickets for Silver Sun pickups. And it'll be Mari and I and a special guest on the podcast broadcast. So it'll be super fun. Until then, let me give you a beef tip before we wrap things up. And this beef tip is 3 ways to stay relevant in your job as AI takes over. Okay, because there's a good chance you're probably worried about the possibility of AI taking your job, and you're not alone. According to a recent report, 92% of companies plan to increase their investments in AI over the next 2 to 3 years. So here are 3 tips to stay ahead. Okay, first, be proactive. Don't wait for your company's help to get up to speed with AI. Employers are rapidly implementing AI technologies. Get to know it, right? Figure it out. Also, number 2, collaborate with coworkers who are familiar with AI. Even if you've been doing the same job for a while, you'll still be likely to learn something from your younger coworkers who might have more experience using this. And the third and final tip, use your human abilities to your advantage. AI might be able to do some aspects of your job, but doesn't have all the human qualities that you bring to your work, like people skills. Okay? I got people skills. Bring your people skills. Use your people skills. It definitely struggles with things like good judgments, nuance, and empathy. So use those things to your advantage.
And learn from your youngers.
You're the younger one? What do you know about AI? You're too old. All right. So I'll talk to somebody who's 17. With that said, thank you guys for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been
I can't win with Todd.
I
love you, Todd.
I will not.
But I thought I stuck the landing.